love my
life.
life.
I
I
love my
love my
body.
body.
I
I
love
love
myself.
myself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Welcome to the Shaft Show, and this is a beautiful co-creational space. Nadine finally has actually got more than 50 followers, so she could join me on YouTube now, which also means that we can't do it on Instagram, but hey, we'll do it on everything. So today we're continuing the
Wealth
wealth
and
and
wellness
wellness.
Mhm.
What?
Wealth and wellness podcast.
Yes, it is, Nadine.
Mhm.
Yes, it is. We're still doing it. Um, Episode 8, and today we're talking about authenticity in business. Nadine, introduce yourself and jump straight in.
Hi there. Lovely to see you guys out there. So, my name is Nadine. I'm a performance and balance coach, and I literally help people optimizing their life, getting more done in less of the time while still being balanced and being awesome. So, yeah.
Amazing. So, what is today's provocative question? How can we keep it real in business, Nadine?
Yeah, so the first question would be, can authenticity make your business stand out? And what I would like to maybe first cover, what is authenticity for you, Shaft?
Great question, Nadine. Well, a lot of people have been following me since maybe 2014, or even earlier, like whenever YouTube came out, and they've seen my journey. Like they've seen me come from being a music video director to being a unicorn and being actually mentally insane,
Mhm.
being world famous for being a failure and having my whole life put on national newspapers, documentaries, and sharing my very vulnerable story of me working through my addictions and my traumas, and my mental health issues, and turning it into some kind of interesting business where I just share my stories.
Hmm.
And this has actually just been all I've ever used my social media for. So everyone knows the trials and tribulations of being mentally ill to being a fully enlightened tantric sex guru, helping millions of people and losing my business. And now here I am working with millionaires. So my business is authenticity.
Mhm. Because you're literally telling everybody out there your story,
Everything I
what you
do.
went through, what
This
you
is the
learned from
mess.
it.
This is the shit. This is the chaos. But
Mhm.
you can work through it, and this is how you do it.
Mm, that's amazing. That's amazing. So yeah, I mean, I didn't went through so many things like what you did with trauma and rock bottom and everything, but I had my own story about authenticity, and I was not this kind of social media figure so far. I'm pretty new to social media still, but I can tell things about my personal life and my interaction with my friends and everybody. And when I started my career, so I had the trouble of me being a woman entering the corporate world, and I always was surrounded by very alpha men surrounding managers, and so I was like, I cannot get my career to succeed if I don't pretend to be like them. So I tried a long time to be somebody else, because I wanted to fit in. And it never really worked out super well. I mean, I was successful, but I didn't reach my full potential. And I would say the key to success in business is finding your authenticity and making money out of that. And just don't be afraid of being who you are, actually. So I literally discovered, I'm a woman and I have my feminine power, and if I use this feminine power, I can be way more successful than just being like elbow, elbow, elbow. I'm just a guy. So when I accessed this power and was able to just literally speak from the heart, more people listened to me. And I had a bigger impact as well in the corporate world, because they just wanted to me there. They wanted to be surrounded by my energy because it was the real me then. So
Interesting.
yeah.
So it's a very different. Like I come from a corporate background, six-figure salary, working on the biggest brands and being in the biggest agencies on the planet. My LinkedIn account is just a big success story. I didn't have to do any of that, so I didn't do any of that. I would just rock up. I was a maverick. So I would rock up to Ogilvy, whatever. Like I haven't been in that industry for a while, so I can't even remember my LinkedIn account. But you can check out my business page, www.silentcity.co.uk, because that's been
Oh.
going on since 2006. Like that buys my houses and everything like that. So I basically was a maverick. I would rock up late. I would rock up. I couldn't even read. Like I was an art director. I was
Mm-hmm.
those classic, cool-looking art director, rocking in there with my skinny jeans, coming off my beautiful unicorn fixie bike that I designed because I designed everything. I'm an artist, living in London, having two houses, and I just rock in there and go, yeah, I'm still hungover from the night before. It'll take me 40 minutes just to read your brief. Come and get one of your account handlers to actually read it to me whilst I drink my water, hydrating myself. Okay, great. And then boom, done. The job's complete, and we've won another pitch. So I
Wow.
didn't I didn't have to be. I mean, it's not being authentic. I just knew I was fucking good at my job. Not just good, I was great at
Yeah.
my job. Every time, and this is for the new entrepreneurs out there and people looking for work. Every time I approached a company, I remember working at Saatchi X, and I would see if they're. Remember, I was a mess, and everything's documented, but I'm not a mess anymore. I, I would see if they had a disabled toilet, so I could sleep in it. And I would also see what time they started. If they started at 9:30,
Mm.
then I would take that job. If they started at 9 o'clock, I wouldn't take that job. I mean, I don't know what the day rates in London are, but it had to be like £300 or £350 a day. I don't
Mm.
know what that means in normal society anymore because obviously I do other things around the world and everything's different. So I would be so good at what I did. I was a genius and a maverick that I would rock in there, see if the establishment was good enough for me. If it didn't have those things, I just wouldn't work for them. I'd just look around, go, and also, did it have a heavily subsidized meal plan? Was there free alcohol there? What brands am I going to work on? Are the brands going to be good enough for me? That's
Yeah.
the level of
Yeah.
confidence I had in my ability. So I didn't have to elbow or anything. I just knew I was the best. It's just
Yeah, but
so
that's good.
ingrained
And
inside of
actually,
me.
Chef, this is something what a lot of men people have in their personality. Women struggle a lot with that confidence when you enter this kind of male environment. You think as a woman you might be not enough, and you have a lot of inner beliefs. And I had to work through all of that. But when I accessed my superpowers, I knew that I can do it. And actually, the thing that really literally freed myself was when I left the corporate world as an employee and I started as a business. You know, I'm a business owner, a solopreneur, and I offered the same services as I did as an employee, as a complete, you know, solopreneur. They listened to me in a complete different
Yeah,
way because I just came from outside. And they saw me
exactly.
as a woman and they saw me as a power woman. And I just was able to speak up, truly honest. And it was amazing. And that was
Well,
the
in my industry, it was more women and dudes. So
yeah,
I
mine
personally
also.
don't think it's yeah. It depends what sector you're in. I was
Mhm.
in the advertising, creative entertainment sector. So
I was
it's a
in
lot of
IT team
it's a lot of women,
development things, so
a
this
lot
is
of
the male
hot
part.
women, a lot of hot women, and really geeky guys. I was one of the geeky guys.
A lot of geeky guys and just one hot woman.
So yeah, different worlds, different worlds.
Okay,
But
next question. Next question. So let's get out of the corporate world and get into social media, because in social media, authenticity plays a very big role. We are all on Instagram and TikTok and stuff like that, and we know that some profiles they might present just a way of nice living, fancy style, and whatever. I mean, I live here in Dubai. I see that day by day that people post just, oh, I have this gorgeous lifestyle. I don't have to work and whatever, and you don't know what this person actually is about. So I'm wondering, how can you stay true to yourself and still presenting yourself on Instagram, or if you are recording yourself in front of the camera, how can you make sure that you bring out your authentic version of yourself? And by the way, is there just one version of yourself, or are there many?
there's many. So just so people know who I am, My name is Uddin. I created a global movement called the Fabulous of Unicorns, which was a global brand, and Sacred Sexual Awakening, which was a completely different global movement and a global brand. And all of these revolved around being authentic in front of the camera. So the first movement I created had teams all around the world being unicorns, spread the sparkle. That hashtag went viral. Like the whole thing went viral. Back in 2014, 2 million views on a YouTube video was a lot. In
Mm.
2017, I repackaged that and repackaged myself and created and designed a completely different version of myself. And a lot of people say, and a lot of people who haven't done this before will say that's not being authentic. It's
No,
like
you
for
just
me,
reinvented yourself, right?
yeah,
Kind of
you
thing. Okay.
consciously reinvent yourself.
Mhm.
You consciously design your clothes. You consciously craft your lifestyle. You use Pinterest. You use plant medicines. You use other certain things to see your future self, bring it into this reality, and you become that person. So you do have to learn and educate what you're really good at and embody it, install it into your body, and express it to the world. And the best form of doing it is becoming really good at something. So I
Mhm.
got really good at a thing called Tantra. After the world of advertising, I created this system, the Shaft method, which you can find on instantsexgod.com and sacredsexualawakening.com. I work with both men and women. I didn't niche. I just do both sets of humanity. And I realized that being yourself takes practice. Being
Mhm.
yourself online takes practice, and being yourself in real life also takes practice. You've lived with me. You've seen the real Shaft. What does he
Yes.
do? Sits in front of his computer and does that. That's me. I'm not sure if people would pay money to be in my presence.
Uh,
Luckily, you loved it.
I love because I'm like you. I mean, I do the same. I'm in front of my computer, right?
That's the
Uh,
reality. That's the reality of running a successful business.
yeah.
Not one, but multiple businesses. You're on the phone every single day. You're organizing teams. You're organizing admin.
Yeah.
Then you get 2 hours to spend once a week going outside, and then you take all your content, have a nice time, and then you upload that.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, just back to the side of if you are just one personality, or if you have more than one layer of personality. I stumble across that because I recorded myself now more often, and I look at the videos and I sometimes think of what kind of Nadine is that? The business Nadine. This is very focus oriented. And then when I observe myself talking to friends in another environment, I'm way more calmer and softer and more flowy. So it maybe comes back to the different types of energies what we're having. Sometimes we're more in the male energy, sometimes we're more in the female energy. Um, and I think it is okay to show every layer of yourself. You know, there is a place where you can use this and a place where you can use that,
Yeah.
and it doesn't mean that the one thing is authentic and the other one is not you.
We
um
have roles. Like I'm a great son. I have a role as a middle child, so I'm the entertainer. All the middle children listening, you know what that means. Outside of that, I have a job. I have to be a different person when I'm paid by the millionaires to work with them, and I
Mhm.
have to be Shiva. I have to channel
Mhm.
a certain god, a
Mhm.
deity, and I'm a completely different version. I prefer that version of me. My mission is actually to be the person that's paid a lot of money to coach men and women how to have deeper connection. I want to be that guy every day, but I'm
Yeah.
not, because I don't have that permission or the environment or the big stages or the arenas to do
Mhm.
that. I have to sit in front of my computer and do stuff. So you have different facets of yourself. All the people who are Geminis, you know what I'm talking about. But a lot of people who work with social media, we know who we are. That's why we are who we are, and we are our own brands.
Mhm.
And it takes a lot
Exactly.
of work to be yourself. And I always say to my clients, if we're in a simulation, the ultimate aim is to be yourself. That, and the ultimate price you get to get paid is you get paid to be yourself. I get paid to be shafted in. I get paid to do the shaft show. It's fantastic. And if you're listening and you want inspiration, this is the best thing you could do. Practice, practice, practice. I got paid by a company to do live streams every single day for 1 year during COVID.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, just back to the thing, you know, when you act differently. I mean, in the corporate world, I get paid because I'm the business Shakti and I give direct, clear advices, and I'm very in my male power. And they want that. They don't want to have this, you know, oh yeah, I don't know, whatever. They want my femininity, but they want the strictness and the straight ahead talking. You know, in yoga, if I would be like that, they would
Hmm.
say like, what's happening with you? You're not bringing me into balance. You scare me off because you're so boom. In yoga, you need to calm the things down. And I love doing that. And that's me too. So I have different jobs, different Nadines, but it's
Uh,
all me.
but you also, everybody listening, looking to get into social media and looking into creating an online business, don't listen to people,
Yeah.
especially people who are doing less than you.
Mm.
Don't listen to people who are broke, celibate, haven't had a girlfriend or a business, and they're trying to give you business and relationship advice. Listen to people who are, let's say, light years ahead of you. Hang around with them. Hang around with the influencers that you want to become like. Like, I want to become like Gina Swire. Check her out at Gina Swire. I want to become like her. Oh, she's my friend.
Hmm.
So I want to
I
become
want to
like,
become like John Lee
and
and the
look at you.
emperor.
He's your friend.
Yeah.
So surround yourself with better versions of yourself. Don't take anyone's advice. I just don't take anyone's advice. Like, tell me what to do, it's just annoying. But if they're a few steps ahead of you and they're giving you free
Yeah.
advice, take it.
Take it.
Go to places where the social media experts are, hang around with the people and message and DM the people. Like, I got two kids off Instagram who are working with me now, and one of them's coming to A Fest because he's working with me,
Nice.
and
I want to
they
come to
just met me off
AFA.
the internet. Anyway, babes, anyone watching come to A Fest, just pay 4 grand.
I know. Literally, it's
Not
just
not a
around.
problem. Just pay four
No,
thousand pounds. You go
not
to
a
A Fest,
problem. Yeah. No,
and then you got to pay a grand for your flight and a grand for your accommodation. So not a problem.
next
Come.
year.
Yeah,
All is possible. I know.
everything
No,
is
that's not
possible.
okay. But back to guys who ever followed us as well. You know, the last time we were together here in Dubai. Now Shaft is far away, but talking about we're not just together. We created as well business together.
Yeah,
So we did a lot of content on social media and a lot of fancy stuff as well, but we created something really big and it's gonna be out there in this world and you don't want to miss that. We
yeah,
literally created the formula how you can be with your partner a power couple. It's called the power couple formula, and we kind of like combined both our strengths. So in these videos, you will see the strength from myself when I bring the couple into their power of how they are efficiently working together, what it means to build their fundament together. And Shaft is enhancing everything around that about the love part, the sensual part, and you know how you bring the partnership into the sexual power as well, and what you can make out of that, so that you have the good fundament of building a business as well on top of that. So this is the course literally for every couple that wants to have a more healthy, conscious relationship and who is thinking about maybe doing a passion project together or supporting each other on the way what they're ever facing right now. So you don't want to miss that. DM us or follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and we will bring out a link very soon so you can sign up for the course and the new details will be released ASAP. But that was just a little teaser about why should you take this course, Shaft? Why should somebody buy this course?
So I meet a lot of powerful women, and they all are calling in their king, and they all want what we have, Nadine, which is a peaceful, harmonious relationship, co-creating, co-living together, whilst creating a business and impacting humanity. Now, this course is only for high-level people. So if you're an entrepreneur already successful and looking to take your business and your love life to the next level, this is what you want to sign up to. And it's got all the tricks. And it's like I'm working with a lot of couples at the moment, like millionaire couples. And when I'm in the same space as them, I just have to tweak them here and there, and then they gel together. And that's the same with communication, business, and sacred sexuality and intimacy. So it brings harmony to men and women, co creation, and most of all, passion and aliveness into an existing couple or a new couple, or people who are looking to create a couple. So it's something you definitely don't want to miss out. And if you want to know more, like I've got my newsletters coming out on instantsexgod.com for men and sacredsexualawakening.com for women. And if you want to see some other types of beautiful workshops and online things, you could check out my Netflix of Tantra. So I've created a huge back catalog of online things, and for the lucky ones, you could actually have one-to-one work with me. But that's for some exclusive VIP clients. So it's get me whilst I have space.
That's amazing. So yeah, and if you follow me on Performance Alchemist, there is actually a free quiz what you can take for checking what your couple status actually is, your potential, your language, your blueprint for the couple. If you take the free test, you might see already how good you are performing or what kind of type you are actually at the moment.
Yeah,
So yeah,
it's a great quiz. It's a great quiz.
yeah. So
So
let's
thank you,
wrap that
everybody.
episode up.
Yeah. Make sure
Authenticity.
everybody watching on YouTube, because we're actually on YouTube now together. So make
Yes.
sure you follow, make sure you subscribe, press that like. It's
Oh,
not a lot of effort for you just to click that like, but it means a lot to us. It helps with
yes.
the algorithms, it helps us create more content. So make sure you smash up that like, press that red subscribe button, that make us very happy. And also click the links provided. We've got lots of free stuff we're giving away, so make sure you click that link.
Yes.
So have a beautiful day. Make sure you live an abundant and successful and sexy life. And Nadine, you take care, okay?
Love you.
Love you too. Bye.